this is gonna be the bloodbath. You know, both these teams, they want this big W. OG, they're busting out an aura strat. A bit. Oh, what's up? First blood.
You don't want to go up that hill. He realizes it very, very quickly, running himself away. Nice snowball dodge, though. Might keep him alive for the time being. And now Notel going to slide in across mid one, looking for an opportunity to maybe throw down a Lucent Beam or two to try and help out Saxa. Will stop the body blocks coming through with that patient usage of the Lucent Beam. Snowball not available for another 7 seconds, and Nisane is going to throw down another Fortune's End, and this is going to be the end of Saxa's fortune, as Liquid will draw first blood on the enemy Tusk.
Quake also gets that first blood, so he's gonna be very happy about this. Oh, I just realized it's a Taiga mid-air spirit.
Oh yeah, he's the one holding those shared tangos.
Yep, Koikva's gonna be the offlaner, and Bo3's gonna play position 4. They're doing it again, mixing up the roles, making it hard.
Very interesting stuff coming out from the side of Team Liquid, keeping them guessing. I mean, this is something they've been doing for a very long time now, and it is got to be really difficult to play into for OG. They had their ideas on how these lanes were going to go, but that is now being completely thrown to the wall.
Yeah, Luna and Io now running all the way across, trying to get the rune, and they're going to go back bottom. They're going to be tri-laning against this Viper now. Oh, this is a really big play, by the way, from OG. Like, Viper is really strong in 2v2 situations, but against tri-lanes, we've seen this time and time again. He's going to get completely shut down. And with Enigma going into the offlane, that's going to be very easy for Tusk to just chill bottom. Like, he's not going to be afraid that the Enigma is going to get zoned out. It's going to constantly just deny creeps top and get XP.
So much to get through in this laning phase, and of course, you know, that classic matchup. We're bored of seeing it now. You know, this patch is so old and still. Am I right, guys? Oh, it's Vengeful versus Spirit in the middle lane. I know. Very resonant sleeper. But yeah, I imagine Venge is going to win the harass war, but Tiger's going to do a bit of rotating and kind of make the impacts through that, whilst Thompson's going to take a more farm-oriented route. Are you agreeing with that?
Yeah, I think Taiga is probably going to lose his lane, though, to be honest. Like, Venge is a very difficult hero to lane into, especially when he doesn't scale up that magic missile. And Taiga is just looking to get XP pretty much and just make like plays on the sidelines. Like, that's pretty much it, right? It's not a whole lot that Earth Spirit can actually do in the mid lane, for the most part.
Bo3 dares come in for a couple of creeps in the bottom lane, immediately being right-clicked by the side of OG, but they're going to run it forward. Snowball in, but the Nether Toxin comes down from Quakefer, and, you know, they're a bit able to hold back OG from going for any kills here, at least.
Yeah, I want to mention that the reason why they're not actually completely zoning this Viper out and destroying this bottom lane right now with 3 heroes is because Saxa skilled Snowball level 1. Right? Like, you're normally always getting tag team, and that's how you get kills on the Viper. Like right now, this Viper should be dead if there's tag team available. But they don't have it, so he's constantly getting away. Saxa just needs to get his level 2, and after that, they still have that, you know, same kill potential they normally would.
Yeah, it is going to take them a bit of time in this trial lane to get those level 2s, only just hitting it now at 2 minutes 20. Meanwhile, Seb seems to be having a pretty good time up here by himself. Not absolutely outstanding on the last.
All right, here we go. Bottom.
He's alone, he's doing great. Oh yes, there it is. Jumping onto Quakefer, but that's a pretty big disarm onto both Notel and mid one. Stop them following up with that tag team. And Notel's still going to land the tether, and they will chase Quakefer under the tower and get that kill. But meanwhile, mid one's having trouble with Bo3 here. A proc, it's not going to happen. Proc just very fire, turns it around, baiting Bo3 in a little bit. And now Saxa and Notel going to get on top of him. There is a mango available on the Tusk, so he's going to have both his spells available if he wants them. Come in, boys. We're going for a ride. Roll on forwards. 3 heroes inside the snowball, and that is going to put an end to Bo3 on his Pangolier. 2 kills down here for the side of OG.
Yeah, alas, he's got that tag team, instantly gets 2 kills, and that's how we expected this lane bottom to be going. And Viper is going to be very afraid now the moment Tusk has mana once again.
Very scary for Quakefer to sit in this lane. Are you worried about Quakefer's game impact since he's probably not going to have a good lane in here?
Nah, he's just going to end up farming anyway. My concern is right now on Taiga. Like, if Taiga doesn't get these clutch kills on the side lane, that's when we're going to have a problem for Liquid.
And even rolling in to try and get that CS, I don't think he got that. Slightly unfortunate. He's also going to trade a bunch of his health as Thompson just right-clicks him down. I mean, this Venge ain't no joke. Meanwhile, down at the bottom lane, Mid One's going to be able to bring down Koikva, but Mid One is going to trade his life for this one as Insania makes a rotation in. Bo3 still fighting into Saxa and No-Tail. No-Tail is trying to keep Saxa alive with the tether. Insania is going to follow with the Fortune's End. Getting in range, the Purifying Flames, it's not quite enough with the Swashbuckle as well, but the heals have come through. Saxa stays alive, just living on the edge here. And they're actually looking for a play. They're going on to Insania, and they go into the Snowball. Now they've got, what a disgusting combination with the tag team, with the overpower, and in comes Mid One just in time to sweep up the kill. Now looking into Bo3, but Kokva is back as well. Just going to throw in a couple of poisons, chase back OG, and it looks like this lane's going to reset a little bit now.
Yeah, lots of bloodbath already. Insania TPing bottom, realizing that the Viper cannot farm.
Oh dear, another snowball. 3 boys get inside the snowball together, and Koikva is on the other end of it, and they will bring him down this time. Gap closes there.
There's nothing Koikva can do. It's very unfortunate. I mean, Insania does need to come back down here, though. They need to fight 3v3, and they need to get some return kills. But as long as Viper is only bottom with the Pango, he's going to keep getting dominated.
They are really giving him the run around there. Liquid need to come up with a different solution there. Even going to be able to grab a couple of bouncy runes. Oh, actually, Liquid are the ones to grab them.
Yep.
Close.
Only level 2 on Koikva. That's really, really rough at the moment. But again, like, this is Viper. You know, this hero, he can catch up pretty quickly with the Toxin. It's just going to come down to the mid players' rotations.
They can do. So Thompson, I mean, beyond buffing up his Luna, what's his
role in this game?
Oh,
they want him again.
Oh, they certainly do. Fortunately, there's no disarms coming through, but Insania's actually wrapping around the back there. They have to respect this and get themselves away. They're targeting the Luna. No-Tail doesn't really have any heals for Luna. He's got to break the tether and just let her die. Actually going to get their 2 supports away. Liquid brings 4 heroes down to the bottom lane, playing the numbers game. It pays off.
That's very good. Very, very good on the side of Liquid. Because now you get the Luna killed. The Viper doesn't die either. They realized that the Viper was in a really good position there when they rolled in. And they're like, okay, this doesn't seem good. And I think Thompson's also calling that Earth Spirit did TP bottom. Saxa. Oh, so well.
Ooh, it might not be enough to save him though. No-Tail comes flying on through, helps out the stick to keep him alive, but they'll get able to drop him so much damage on this level 3 Oracle. You really can't play into it. And even with the ultimate now on Tiger, they're chasing No-Tail into the trees. They may well just be able to find him. Down he goes. Another kill going the way of Liquid. They've turned things around in this bottom lane. So this means that Seb's left alone versus Mickey at top for a fairly significant amount of time, but how's this going? It's
pretty hard for Spectre. It's very hard. Yeah, but he's getting some XP, and the Viper is getting a better game now too. That's what matters, right? And this combination of Viper Oracle is pretty cool. The poison attack reducing the enemy's magic resist, then Insania with this huge burst damage from the Purifying Flames has been doing a lot of work now. And the Luna is the one who's like a little bit behind in CS now.
She is suffering a little tiny bit. Net worth also not looking... Well, actually, net worth's looking great for Mid One, actually.
Is it now? Alright. Oh, he's about the same as the Enigma, offlane solo Enigma. I mean, Seb is the one who's been doing such a great job so far. Black hole top.
In they go on to the Spectre. It is going to be enough damage to bring him down. Seb pretty low though. Tiger wants to follow up. This mid laner rolling on in, and they will be able to connect once more with the Fortune's End, but unfortunately they can't quite get on top of that Enigma. And Sione meanwhile just taking some chunks out of Saxa. Tiger, he's got a roll available, doesn't really want to overcommit to this one with only 2 rocks, so they're going to have to chill out. And that's just going to be a free kill onto the Spectre. Only costing them a black hole, which Seb happily uses. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, they get a kill onto Koikva as well. Liquid, it's all getting a bit reminiscent of game number 2 already. They need to dig deep here, find their feet, and remember what makes them such a great team and start sticking together and making some plays.
Yeah, OG, they made a play on the other side of the map. They didn't want Liquid to keep having 4 heroes bottom, so making them rotate out of that bottom area, exposing Koikva once again. He's 1 in 4 now on Koikva. This is very abnormal for Koikva. Oh, Tusk getting caught out.
Nice timing on the snowball, but unfortunately he moves in towards these neutral creeps. It's a case of whether he can deny himself, basically. And he won't. Obviously, he'll make sure that happens with a swashbuckle. Too much damage from the side of Liquid. So this Saxa falling.
Yeah, it's going to help Koikva catch back up too with these stacks. It's been created in the jungle by Insania. Taiga doing a great job of just moving around, try to get some pressure going. Meanwhile, OG trying to steal an ancient camp right now. 8 minutes
successfully
into the game.
as well. Yeah, feels
yeah,
good,
this is
man.
really good. They just shove the lane into the tower, then they go straight into the ancients, farm that up, go back bottom, shove the lane once again, and OG are pretty much farming on 3 lanes very happily.
Glorious. And No-Tail finds a shovel. This little ball of light's going to dig like his life depends on it. Meanwhile, Thompson in the middle lane being jumped right now. Horn's going to come through as well. They really want to try and bring down the vent. She's going to go for the 2 meter swap. Is it going to be able to save her? Doesn't look like it, although saying that they will finally get the drum. Meanwhile, the ultimate comes down from mid one as he comes into the fray and gets himself a kill onto Bo3 straight off the bat. Snowball forwards into Insania, making out the high ground. Going to be able to now turn around and dish out a bit of damage as Saxa instead will fall, but mid one does actually find the Lucent Beam. And now No-Tail getting very low, still wants to keep the tether onto mid one, has to break it. He's going to get run down, jumps across. It's not enough. Is that a right kick? I don't know. Meanwhile, mid one under the tier 1 tower, trying to fight up for all he's worth, but he is going to fall by the looks of it. But Thompson gets a return kill with his little illusion. And that is going to put an end to things here in the middle lane. Meanwhile, Seb, he's just chilling out at top. You know, didn't have the black hole, didn't really feel need to get involved, just farming, just get himself some gold.
Yep.
And it's still looking very good for OG on the net worth side of things.
Yeah, Liquid Bo3, he bought out there, and I think that was kind of important to actually turn the fight around, but the big damage dealer in that fight was actually Thompson with his illusion. They left that illusion all alive, and he just hit for the entire 40 seconds. And it was doing so much damage.
Seb, No-Tail having some fun up in the top lane. They try to make a play onto Seb, but it all gets a little bit awkward when No-Tail TPs himself in.
Yeah.
The south. Oh, he even leaves the south for Seb.
Middle.
There's some bromance right there.
So this play top
for him.
putting a lot of pressure, forcing Liquid's rotation, allowed OG to just run at mid and take that tower with Thompson's double damage and Saksa covering him. So OG are really playing this map out very well at the moment.
They are. They are taking control of just about everywhere, and this middle lane tower is going to allow them to do so much more work on this map. They want Tiger. Will they find him? Is the question. Sentry placed on the high ground, alerting Liquid to the fact that they are really looking to take over this area. And now they go in. The swap comes in. The snowball to follow up as well. And Insania just gets absolutely deleted from existence. Also now with a killing spree as well.
Yeah, they're just going to keep farming Liquid's jungle. There's some stacks in here too that they're going to be taking. And this is like OG in the most comfortable position in the game, right? Take top, take mid very early, take over the enemy jungle. And Liquid, they're so actually reliant on these jungle camps in their playstyle. Foxy's out.
He rolling thunders in to steal 2 creeps, then just pieces out like, yep. Just chilling, bros.
Hey, man. Liquid love their jungle creeps. Gotta protect them.
Do indeed. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Koigfer's gonna get dropped here. A reload in from No-Tail and mid one. This is so brutal. I mean, they didn't even need to use the Eclipse this time. They just bring him down with the good old-fashioned right click.
And back
now
to top they go.
Take the tower. Jesus, this is efficient. However, they are rolling in onto Saxa down in the bottom lane. He's pinging himself out, saying, guys, you know, I can probably bait them out a little bit here if you guys want to join in this party. And they most certainly do. They got their party hats on, and they're coming onto Insania here. Oh no, he is not surviving this one at all. Too much damage from the side of OG. So they try to make the play on the side of Liquid, but the moment that roll misses, things start to go very pear-shaped for them. And it is Insania who falls instead.
This is absolutely terrible for Liquid. They have not even found the angle to utilize Haunt and get some kills for the Spectre so she can get ahead. They got 3 cores again in game number 3 ahead of all of Liquid's heroes.
Oh man, it felt like, you know, in game number 1, Liquid were just going to dominate this series, and in game number 2, OG showed some real promise. And now in game number 3, it's looking like OG are looking so strong. I mean, Liquid, when is their timings? Yeah. When are they looking to go? When are they looking to make some plays?
They gotta do it now. They got Pango ulti, they got Haunt up, they got Earth Spirit, Magnetize online. Like, it's time to go. It's time to smoke, and that's what they're doing right now. They're like, you guys, we can't play at this pace. And Roshan, only at half HP, this would be so good. If they can actually win a fight here and take this Aegis away,
they need to get in here so quickly, though. Roshan is getting low. Tiger's going to roll in. Sees Roshan's HP and immediately gets bashed up by him. Thanks, Rosh. Whose tier do you want anyway? Is Notail going to slide across to join in mid one. Bo3 just trying to disrupt things. In comes a Horde. They're trying to find themselves a target. It's Notail is going to get blown up immediately. Now they're jumping across. Looking onto the front lines. Thompson is going to be the new target maybe, but Tiger's gone down in the meantime. And Mickey with the blade mail trying to do the work. In comes a black hole from Seb. He's low on HP, but it doesn't really matter. They'll be able to kill off the Spectre. Koik in some trouble as Thompson takes him down, getting pretty low himself, but the Snowball's going to save him. Up to the high ground they go, looking for Bo3. Bo3 will fall. 3 dead to the side of Liquid, 2 on the side of OG, but it might have just been enough. Zaina going for the TP away, just about makes it in time. And that will finally put an end to things in this little engagement. And it seems like OG are looking very happy about that one. Tiger actually buying back here. Okay.
He thought maybe he can get back into the fight and try to help his team out. But they're just going to get Roshan now on OG. This is so good. And look at Thompson. Look at his item build. Yasha into Glimmer Cape. Like this is such a strong bench. Has 57% magic resistance. Insane amount of damage, especially with the Luna. If the IO decides to tether up the bench too, like that's a really hard hitting core right now.
Yeah.
And Liquid are having such a hard time just getting past this bench in the fights.
What I'm seeing here, Theban, is that OG have 2 position 1s and Liquid have 3 position 3s, which is an issue.
Pretty much. That's what's going on. Mickey, you know, he didn't have the best lane. He played against an Enigma and he had to solo the Enigma majority of the laning stage. And then he also couldn't find the angle to haunt and get himself some solid kills in the fights. So Liquid, oh man, things are looking so bad for them. Like this Viper offlane has been pretty much figured out, right? Everybody just tri-lanes this Viper offlane and destroys his early game. You can see what's happening right now because of it.
Oh, Ben's getting caught out a little bit here though. They've got the vision down. Bo3 going to be able to chain lock him in these little cliffs, just controlling him up. But the snowball from the high ground keeps him alive, moving him across. Bo3 still managing to get on top of them though. Can they finally get through Thompson? Yes, they can. Sax are in some trouble as well, regretting his decision to come in and save his captain, as they will be able to drop both Thompson and Saxa. That's Koik was going to get away though. There we go, at the very least. Liquid, well, this was the best play they've had in a very long time.
Yeah, they found an opening. OG was actually standing on a ward, and then Thompson moved down the hill, bringing the numbers advantage, getting the kill onto the bench. But you can see the problem in this game is actually the Luna now, right? He's constantly pushing the lanes out, farming the jungle camps, and before you can even try to catch her, she's already gone. Like, she's in an amazing place in this game. Manta, Mask of Mana, 16 minutes into the game.
It's crazy.
This is one of the fattest Lunas I've seen.
All right, everybody, delay the update. We've got a new core on the scene. Need to see how this one plays out, see if they can figure out the Luna further down the line.
Yeah, I think this game just came down to just the Viper offlane. Like, just getting so punished, giving this carry such a free game. Like, any carry that's a free game like this is pretty much going to dominate, right?
Yeah.
So, mid one just taking full advantage of that and having this hero who can also farm extremely quickly.
Liquid looking to make something happen here. They've got the black hole in 9 seconds on the side of OG. As meanwhile, Tigers is going to get completely obliterated. He rolls into the fight and gets killed off very quickly. Liquid realizing their opportunity to go is long past. Now they just need to survive. Bo3 hiding in the tree lines, quaking as a swap comes out from Thompson, bringing Insania into a whole world of hurt. A swap, another swap from Thompson as he's getting himself further into the base. The black hole comes down, just catching out Koikfa. Seb lands it on the edge. Bo3 is going to come through the snowball to stop him getting bashed up. And Notel's going to come in and try and keep Thompson alive. No one's just dying on the side of OG.
Wow.
They're keeping everybody alive, and now Bo3 could be in some trouble. They've got the shots, they've got the damage. They'll bring down another hero. 4 dead on the side of Liquid. That was some buttery perfect Dota from the side of OG, not letting a single hero die. Wow.
Dude, like, Thompson is so confident to double swap at the tier 3 tower and tank that tower the whole time. Because he's got Greaves from Enigma, he's got Io healing him up, he's got a bunch of armor. Look at him, 26 armor. 17 minutes into the game. With 6, like, it's crazy.
Insane. So difficult to play into. so difficult from Liquid in this position to actually come back into this one, but they're going to try and make the play happen here as they drop the Haunt immediately, just trying to catch him out by force. Who will they jump? Thompson's going to be the answer. Can they bring him down? I think they can. It doesn't look like they're actually interested in saving him. Meanwhile, Tiger's trying to set up for Seb here as well. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, they've got to deal with the Illusion as well. The Illusion's actually doing a decent amount of work to bring Koikva pretty low. No-Tail going to TP back in, though. He's gone for the TP away. They need to finish him off here, and yeah, they will be able to do so. Mickey gets him top. Meanwhile, Seb, he's also in some trouble. The roll across from Tiger. He's been on them this whole damn time like a rash. They're going to be able to get him. And now Saxa. It's just one after the other. Saxa can't get himself away. Finally, the chain will break, and OG will lose 4.
Wow, I think that was just OG being a little too overconfident. Like, relocating away while 3 of your heroes are still hitting the tier 3 tower, that was extremely awkward, right? So they go bottom, they haunt top with Liquid, they fight them 5 versus 3, and just keep running heroes down one by one after just killing Thompson off. Like, this is what numbers do. Even if you're ahead in gold, it's so hard to fight when you're outnumbered in the engagements. Maybe No-Tail jump in the gun a little bit. Just have to play the team game, commit to the tower together, or go back and go for the hunt together. It's one or the other in this situation.
Just letting the ball drop a little tiny bit, and the moment you show any kind of weakness in your numbers like that, Liquid are not wasting the opportunity. They know that their only chance to come back into the game is to like make the decisive call. It was fantastic. There was no hesitation at all. Like the moment it happens, it's just like boom, boom, boom. Every spell in the world thrown in their faces. Is yeah, Mickey's getting caught out there, reflecting a lot of damage. Almost brings down Saxa in the process. Wow. Won't do so, and that's just going to be a dead Spectre, which is not really what you want to be hearing if you're a Liquid fan.
Bottom, Seb outnumbered here.
Seb has dropped. Bo3 going to be actually saved at the very last second by Insania. Can he get himself out? Going for the TP back to base, and that should keep him alive. Insania trying to copy his success, but unfortunately will just get killed off by mid one. Doesn't even bother cancelling the TP. Just lets him, leaves him with the promise, leaves him with the hope, and then kills him. Brutal.
Yeah, just trying to get OG somewhere else other than the top lane, so it's going to take them much longer to push these lanes out while the Spectre is dead. Just trying to make some kind of play. They got Seb killed. I mean, that top lane, they made a mistake. They got 4 kills, but in reality, I'm not sure how much it actually did, because this Luna is the real problem right now. Like, she is gigantic. And there's no way that, like, her plus the Io can literally 1v5 or 2v5 Liquid, I think, at this point. That's how strong she is. So
have you
wherever the Luna goes,
got queued up?
A rapier, huh? Interesting. Is that gonna pair up with the next Aegis? Yeah, that must be it. Like, mid one feels confident. He's got an IO. He's got Greaves from Enigma.
Will he actually do it though? Mid one, you crazy cat, as we have a kill up in the top lane. Bo3 gets dropped by Saxa and Seb. Another successful fight for OG.
He's got to send a message, I guess. If he buys rapier, that's pretty crazy. I mean, it works if you have Aegis, though. If you have Aegis, it works. You can literally end the game. You can take all of Liquid's towers in that 5 minutes. But you are always going to have that risk, right? Where if Liquid get your rapier, then you kind of just threw the game away.
Yeah. At the same time, though, there is no one on side of Team Liquid which I really want to give this rapier to. Like, sure, Spectre rapier is scary, but it's not that scary. No, it's no really strong. Good rapier carriers. Yeah.
I mean, if Spectre has a Scotty and a rapier, like, you're looking at the Spectre right now, right? But if they win a fight and they get the rapier, like, I'm sure she's also going to be finishing as Scotty by the time the Luna also finishes her rapier too. Like, she needs to finish her rapier, then lose the rapier, but then the Spectre already has Scotty. Then you have a Scotty Spectre with rapier. That's pretty big. That's pretty real.
Okay, so this is a comeback sequence for Liquid. Seems pretty far-fetched, but at the moment that's what we're looking at. Or they could just land some really sick fights right now.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, like, if we're actually being real, if he gets rapier and he gets an Aegis, I'm not sure if Liquid can actually win a fight unless OG make a mistake. But, you know, we're humans. We can make mistakes. There's always that possibility.
Yeah, despite the precision and you know, the robotic style of gameplay we see from these guys.
Definitely not from OG. OG are freaking madmen. They just
that's true.
non-stop run at you. Yeah.
Very human players.
They oftentimes do the unpredictable, and that's what makes them so special too.
Absolutely, but you know, Liquid have proven themselves again and again to be kind of masters of dragging games out. Historically, they make things take a very, very long time, very frustrating if you're ahead versus Liquid, and then you just can't get to that high ground. And that's what we have seen a lot of so far, you know, this pushing, the split pushing the waves in, and also playing in areas of the map where OG don't actually want to fight you, but they're kind of forced into fighting you. That kind of thing is kind of what's caused this game to not just be an absolute wipe. They could play to their strengths in that regard.
Definitely. One more thing about Mid1 and his Rapier is that he's playing into 2 Blade Mails. That's like the Rapier counter, right?
True.
And the Luna can't really stop the Blade Mails from going off or like doing damage to her if she's attacking a different target.
Meanwhile, there's a bit of an engagement going on. Liquid are poking and prodding at the side of OG. They get the relocate. Now they're trying to get themselves away. Unfortunately, Bo3 might not be so... Oh, he's fine. Got a blink deco. We knew.
Yeah.
Smooth. Roshan is now up, and Rapier is nearly online. There are many options available for OG. Do you think they can go for the free Roche without having to get a pick off first?
They're probably strong enough, right? They just bring Liquid there, then they get the big black hole plays. Benj is quite strong too at the moment. But right now, like OG, they're just timing this Rapier with the Roche. They want to make sure it's just close enough. Then once they take the Roshan, and then they pick up the Rapier.
Tiger with the roll in, the toss back onto the Tusk, but unfortunately they were waiting inside the pit for him, and they bring him down. And look at Bo3, he's rolling through. He thought he was immortal, but he gets completely shredded. We're going to look across towards Koikfer as well, onto the high ground. We shall go, rolling on in onto this fight for the punch up into the air as Mid1 said Notel surrounds him, and they'll be able to kill off yet another. Liquid in a flash. Lose 3 heroes. They thought they were getting the catch out there. They thought they were going to be able to just bring down that Tusk nice and easily, but that is not the case. OG, they don't even care about Roshan.
That's a free racks.
They're going for the barracks, and with these pesky glaives, they're going to be able to get them easily. Tiger rolling in, Porn going to follow up as well. They're looking for Notel in the back as Mickey tries to single it out, but meanwhile in the front, well, they're looking for a target. Bo3 going to jump through, huge shield crash onto everybody as Mid1 pops a BKB, pops the Eclipse, try to turn it around, big black hole coming down as well, looking down the Spectre, looking down the Pango. They are both dead and out of the equation. Tiger's going to be next on the list. They are getting low on Luna. Is it going to matter though? It is not. They take down Koikfer, they take down Insania, everybody dead on the side of Liquid. The tier 4s are being attacked. That is going to be it for Team Liquid. The double G's are dropped, and they are gone. They are out. OG will take the victory 2-1 over Team Liquid.
Didn't even need the Rapier in the end.
Shame, kind of. You know, I was kind of hoping for that Rapier coming out at the end. Would have been a nice ending to the series, but nevertheless, OG make an absolute performance in games 2 and 3 here, and really just kind of